I guess for me, thinking about empathy and thinking about addiction, and the way we medicate our pain, I think it's so sad and I don't know how to change it, but maybe as a community we can figure out how. But to be able to, and this, talk about a bad selling idea, you know. I don't think this would ever make it on one of those TV shows you go on to try to get something trademarked, but to really talk about the gift of suffering and to try to convince someone seems ridiculous, that to stay with our suffering and move through it is the only way to real life and to real capacity and empathy in a world that teaches us that we shouldn't feel bad, that we should be happy, that we shouldn't have pain, and gives us all these beautiful resources for self-medication, some of which are completely legal and totally endorsed, you know, by whoever endorses such things, achievement, success.
Well, they're sustainable.
They are sustainable. They're just not life-giving. And so I'm not a particularly empathic person, but on those flashes of clarity when I have had that, it has always been birthed out of great suffering. We have been sold a bill of goods. And the beauty of empathy is the economy can be in the toilet and we can still have empathy. We can have suffering, some at our own hands, and still experience the gift of empathy. And I think once we've got it, had a moment of it, we really never want anything different. But then here's the thing that's completely unsellable, is you have it for a moment and then you grow forgetful. And so that's distressing. And distressing leads to brokenness and humility, and voila, we find ourselves back at step one, or at the bottom again. And it's a great economy of life.
When do we win?
We don't win!
No!
I mean, you know, I think that's why empathy and compassion have to be told in stories, right? I mean, it's not like, here's the clinical definition of empathy. I feel the feelings of it. I have to tell you a story where I was undone by compassion, or where the empathy, the other person beheld me, got me, received me in a way that is ineffable and that I can't explain, but opens up my life and possibilities and hope, rather than creates a space of defendedness. Those are stories that then give definition to whatever compassion and empathy are, right?
How do you make a space for people to cry out? Do you have a program for that? Is there like a book you can read?
There is no freaking program for this. There is no program for this. But find other hurting people and try hard to stay together. Find your tribe and refuse to leave it when annoyances and heartbreaks and disappointments and bad behaving and different behaving, understanding is lost. Don't leave your tribe. Gosh, I mean, don't leave your tribe. Find people who are willing to do the journey with you, even though it's really inconvenient, and even though it would be really possible to keep moving from church to church, group to group, family to family. Stick together. I've been married a lot of years, 30-some years, and it's sort of like that. In 30-some years, you don't live those years as in a covenant relationship without sometimes fantasizing about how you are going to move beyond that. And I'm not talking about divorce. I'm talking about forgetting to connect and care. And just find your tribe. And choose wisely.